Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to review The Conversation from 1974, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. And in this film you follow Gene Hackman as this man who is recording conversations. It's part of his job. He's very good at it. And in this film, of the beginning, you are following two young people walking on the street in San Francisco, and you are really hearing them speaking to each other, but you are not quite sure what they are talking about. And as I say, Gene Hackman is recording that and trying to figure out what it is they are saying, and then he comes into trouble doing this film because he realized that perhaps there's something that isn't so good in this situation. Perhaps it really involves murder. And this film, I feel, is one of the best thrillers from the 70s. And I would even say this is Coppola's best film. I feel this is a bit more personal and intimate than the other of his films in general. I really love how it focusing on Gene Hackman's character. You really follows him, and you kind of feels his paranoia doing this film, and then you also understand his struggle and that he's kind of a lonely individual. And in many ways I feel this film is very sad, not just because of it involves murder, but also because of the situation that Gene Hackman is in. And you also understand that something in his past have made him why he is as the way he is. And like I said, the whole opening is very brilliant. It really established the setting and focusing on the sounds in the area. You know, not only what the two young people are saying, but also you could just hear some bits of sound and what people are walking, you know. And this film also has a brilliant soundtrack by David Shire. I really think he has done a really beautiful score. It is very atmospheric and it suits the film quite well. And this film also has especially in the beginning, this kind of documentary feel to it. It's almost like you are a fly on a wall. You are kind of observing Gene Hackman as he's observing them. And I think there's something in the camera movement that is quite brilliant. It has that a bit shaky feel to it. And of course, I also just really like the actors in this film. Gene Hackman is brilliant, but also the supporting cast. And I feel like the surroundings, you know, the apartment where he lives and also where he works, it's very grey. So there is this. It feels very cold, this film, but in a good way. You really feel that isolated feeling. And then also near the end, then I feel this film becomes very creepy. And if you have seen this film like me, then you'll probably know that there happens something near the end. And every time I watch this, it surprised me how it happens. It's so shocking. It's almost like a horror film. And that's what I really like about this film. It's like it's very slow in its build up, but then it really hits you near the end. And it also has something. Has quite an effective way of using blood in this film, and it's so creepy, and that's also what I admire about this film. What Coppola does is like he really builds up the suspense, but it's not like so explicit. It's very much implicit. I feel you're definitely you are showing something that is graphic, but it's mostly also how Gene Hackman experienced it, you know, his shock effect. And there's some really intense sound near the end, which really haunts me. If I have a small issue with it, and I have mentioned this before in another video, it's like there is this dream sequence through the film where Gene Hackman has a nightmare. and I don't like that scene. That scene I really feel is pretentious. It's just it's very much in your face, I feel, and I don't. I know it's kind of supporting the idea of his paranoia and his struggles and all that, but I just don't. It doesn't really work, I feel. But overall, it is a brilliant film, and actually one of my favorite films in general. And I would highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments what you think of the conversation. And I hope you will all have a very nice day. Bye.